What happens when a studio honors filmmaking history, celebrates a bold new horror vision, and sets the stage for the next evolution of genre storytelling? Welcome back, horror fam. I'm Travis, and this is The Final Cut, your daily pulse in horror, where we bring the brightest stories shaping the dark corners of the industry. It's Monday, November 24th, and today we're talking about Ryan Coogler and Proximity Media receiving a historic honor from Warner Brothers, Noah Centineo circling a major role in the live-action Gundam adaptation, and TriStar landing a supernatural romance from a billion-dollar filmmaker. Let's get into it. First up, Warner Brothers may be dominating headlines for business rumors, but this weekend was all about legacy, culture, and one hell of a celebration for Ryan Coogler's Sinners. Warner Brothers transformed the Somerville restaurant in Windsor Hills into the film's iconic juke joint, complete with blues performances from star Miles Catton, Alice Smith, and Raphael Saadiq, all honoring the movie's deep connection to Southern history and music. The highlight? Coogler, Zinzi Coogler, and Sev Ohani were awarded the key to Warner Brothers Studio. A tradition started in the 1950s for filmmakers deeply woven into the studio's identity. Sinners, a $95 million period vampire epic set in post-World War I Mississippi, was once seen as a major risk. Now it's a critical and commercial triumph, with Warner Brothers calling Proximity Media family, and Francis Ford Coppola himself praising the film as a gargantuan artistic composition. Coogler reflected on the legacy of the studio, from the jazz singer to Sinners, a full circle moment of music, race, and cinematic evolution. My question for you guys is, do you think Sinners is shaping up to be one of Coogler's defining films? Maybe even Oscar-bound? Let us know your answers in the comments ahead. Next up, Legendary's long-awaited live-action Gundam movie is powering up, and the cast is taking shape. Noah Centineo is in talks to star opposite Sydney Sweeney in what could become one of the biggest sci-fi projects of the decade. Directed by Sweet Tooth showrunner Jim Mickle, this adaptation marks the first ever live-action entry in the massive Gundam franchise, a cornerstone of mecha anime that spans 83 series and films and generates $600 million annually in merchandise. The film is set to dive into the universal century, where humanity's colonization of space erupts into an all-out war fought through colossal mobile suits. With Netflix and Jordan Roberts no longer involved, Legendary is steering this new version completely in-house. And an early 2025 production is already on the calendar. Or that's 26 is already on the calendar. My question for you guys is, are you excited? Yes, for a live action Gundam, or do you think mecha works best as anime? Clearly, I have thoughts. If you guys have been watching the show, you will notice that I have a mecha behind me. Gundam is one of my all-time favorite animes. I'm very excited to see what they could do with this. But real talk, until it's shown, it will always be best done as anime. But got to give it a chance. We'll see. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments ahead. And finally, fresh off of the billion-dollar success of Lilo and Stitch, filmmaker Dean Fleischer Camp has set up his next project, and it's a genre-bending supernatural romance. Sony TriStar Pictures won a competitive bidding war for the untitled pitch, which follows two star-crossed lovers in the Jane Austen era caught in a supernatural twist that threatens to tear them apart. Camp will write, direct, and produce alongside the Marcel the Shell team, leaning into the emotional storytelling and whimsical world building he's known for. With Lilo and Stitch crossing the billion-dollar mark and Marcel earning awards acclaim, Camp is now one of the most versatile filmmakers, switching between indie charm, and studio spectacle. My question for you guys is, do supernatural period pieces still have a place in today's horror landscape, or are you looking for something darker? Let us know your answers in the comments ahead. Today's take. What I love about today's stories is the reminder that horror and genre storytelling in general thrives when artists take risk. Coogler redefined the vampire film. Mikkel is reimagining a mecha legend, even though he's got a good vampire film too. And Camp is blending romance and the supernatural with modern vision. Genre is evolving, and we're witnessing it in real time. Which project are you most excited about? Sinners, Gundam, TriStar Supernatural Romance? Got breaking horror news, festival scoops, or industry whispers? DM us at HMU-NCUT to get your tip featured on the show. I'm Travis, and this has been The Final Cut, your daily pulse in horror to kick off Thanksgiving week. As reminded last week, we have a short week. We will be recording, we have our Monday show, Tuesday show, and then Wednesday show, and then Friday and Thursday we're just going to be posting clips on the social media, so look out for those, and then we'll be back to the normal schedule after that. But you guys know the drill. Hit that like, comment, make sure you guys share the show, let people know about it, and as always, until tomorrow, keep the lights on.